stab at it now.
He does, firing 2,200.
It's possible Eugene could have anything since he was in the big blind, but I don't see Prahlad folding top pair. Also, by taking the same amount of time with all his decisions, he gets to hide the fact that this is probably an easy decision for him.
Friedman calls.
Right.
The river, the 10 of hearts. Friedman checks. Kachelov checks. Friedman wins. Take it down a pot worth $8,000.
Eugene didn't put Prahlad on an ace, but he was wise enough not to try to bet his 10. Prahlad continues to bring great joy to himself, and Phil Hellmuth is quietly waiting for his moment of joy.
Did you just say quietly?
For now. Don't jinx it.
I had no use for a card.
6-4 for Phil. It's suited. He raises. Andre folds.
Raise it up, boys.
Stearns out. Friedman. Ace-8 suited.
Now Prahlad's the one with ace-8.
What are you driving him?
Me?
He
I have
calls.
a hybrid, Lexus hybrid.
Eugene Kachelov also suited with clubs.
I want to get to Tesla. I loved it. I saw the documentary on it. It's cool.
You know it goes 0 to 60 in like 3.8
He calls.
It's like faster than a Lamborghini.
Yeah.
Daniel folds. So 3 to the flop.
I've never seen one.
Prahlad's going to have a slight lead.
Trey Queen 5.
King high for Eugene. Only one club on the flop.
Kachelov checks. Phil with an up and down straight draw. Fires 4,800.
This is an overbet semi-bluff. No pair or nothing but runner-runner draws for Prahlad.
Fold, fold.
Game's a little different in person.
Maybe if Phil became a vegan, he wouldn't be wound so tight. Look how happy Prahlad is. Happy to give away the small ones.
See, Joe, Phil is bringing joy. And more chips to his stack. See if that run continues when we come back on The Big Game.
PokerStars.net is now offering you poker tips directly on your phone. We will send you text messages and video tips from the PokerStars.net pros. All you got to do is text POKER to the short code 52525. Really easy. Text message POKER to 52525 now. Standard text message rates apply.
Welcome back to Las Vegas, home of the big game, where through the first 24 hands of the week, loose cannon Andre Capella is sitting at a tough table. He is down more than 10,000 from the original $100,000 he was staked.
Really not that much at all. Andre's still got plenty of time and plenty of chips to try to make himself a profit.
He won't on this hand. Stern for the second time tonight. Pocket deuces. Raises to 1,200.
Where'd you grow up?
Pardon?
Where did you grow up?
Wisconsin.
Oh, yeah? Me too.
Wisconsin.
Whereabouts?
It's Wisconsin
I was
kid
born
right
in
here.
Milwaukee, but I was raised in Minocqua. Way up north.
I go to Minocqua. My parents have a summer home there. I grew up.
I lived there year-round.
Queen 6-4.
But we were poor, so we had to live there year-round.
Phil checks.
Sunday Lake.
I had a lot of fun there, though. A lot of fishing, hunting.
Donnie bets $2,000. Phil calls.
It's a nice place, but it's cold in the winter.
It's actually the official slogan of the Wisconsin Tourism Commission.
Phil checks again.
Donnie's still ahead with a pair of deuces.
And checks. Queen of diamonds on the river. Phil checks. Donnie checks.
Ace.
And Donnie Stern wins a pot of 7,200.
Donnie took a big hit early, but he's slowly creeping his way back up. Wouldn't count this guy out just yet. And Phil doesn't always take too well to being beaten by these internet kids.
I'm just a calling station. You just bet 2,000. I just snap called with ace-9 high.
On the river?
No,
On the flop.
Oh, what did you flop? Absolutely nothing.
Came 4-6 queen. I had ace, man.
Flop ace high.
But the internet kids are always bluffing, so you think I'm going to lay down ace-9 on the flop to them?
sometimes they're bluffing them better.
They. I love they.
That's the nuts, man.
I have to crunch the numbers, but I don't think ace-9 is the nuts.
Action over to Eugene Kachelov.
Should have bet 400 on the river.
Was it ace-9 suited?
Raises to 1,500.
Awesome hit. Get offsuit, ace 9.
Ace-8 must be the second nuts.
Really, you after watching me on television, slow play 100,000 hands, you were going to value bet deuces there? Would have been a good bet.
Eugene and Andre to the flop, which is 5, tray 6.
You call 400 probably.
Of course I do.
Okay.
Andre checks.
Eugene's only got ace-8, and his hand is good right now. Phil would be proud.
That's 2,000. And Andre folds. Ketchaloff picks up a little loose change.
How about a little stat check on Eugene? He's ranked number 1 in the following categories. VPIP is how often he's entering pots pre-flop. Pre-flop raising, he's also first, and he's won the most at Showdown, 61,000. That's how much he's won when the cards are turned up. He's lost a bit before Showdown, but he's still up 24,000 and ranked number 1 in that category as well.
Of course, we'll be keeping our eye on all those stats throughout the week here on the big game. Right now, Friedman keeping an eye on King 4 and folding.
I'm folding.
And Daniel's folding. Phil.
Try raising up a little bit more this time. 15.
Phil raises to 1,500. Capella folds.
Don't want me to call, huh?
It's getting more and more, you know.
Just enough.
Stern folds.
More and more steamed. Wow, I had you really dead here.
Yeah.
I don't know what Phil's bragging about. That pot won't even cover Michael Jordan's Cristal bill on Phil Hellmuth's private plane.
Should limp, Phil.
I live in New York, and I don't need a car, but I have one anyway.
You see Phil stuck a little bit tonight, down a little over 7,000.
But he's still smiling.
For now.
We've seen Daniel with aces and kings, now 5s.
Yeah, it's respect.
And a raise to 1,500.
Pairs a pair, good enough for a raise.
Like, how's that possible?
Action folds around to Donnie Stern. He's out 2. 5 tray for Friedman. He folds. Eugene. 10-9 offsuit.
Looks like Eugene's considering defending his big blind.
He does.
Yeah, all right.
With at least 1 5 out of the deck, Eugene's actually the statistical favorite here.
And now he's really the favorite after flopping top pair.
Daniel was the pre-flop raiser. Traditionally, you would check to him.
Nope, Ketchaloff bets 2,200.
Eugene's donk betting to try to protect his 9 since there are a lot of bad cards that can come on the turn.
Daniel calls.
This isn't a terribly scary board for Daniel, and he's got some runner-runner draws.
Deuce of diamonds on the turn.
Eugene just picked up a flush draw to go with top pair. Daniel's also got a gut shot draw now.
Ketchaloff fires 4,600.
After being led into on 2 separate streets, I'm guessing Daniel's not in love with his 5s right now. Does have chips in his hand. Maybe he loves them, but he's not in love with them. Although 2 5s probably will be the best hand in this spot a fair percentage of the time.
Daniel's over the top to 11-1.
Even though his 5s will be good a lot of the time here, by firing big, he gives himself a chance to win when they aren't any good, like now. Eugene's now been made to decide whether his hand and his draw are any good or if he's drawing dead already. Mathematically, this raise might be small enough for him to take a chance on the former. He knows that Daniel plays weird hands, and this deuce could have made him a flush, a straight, or even just a weird 2 pair. So far today, Daniel's always had it. Eugene has to wonder if he's using that image to represent a hand here.
Eugene calls. Things got very quiet all of a sudden. The river, the deuce of clubs. Eugene checks. Daniel checks.
9 with? 10's good. So's the 9, but whatever.
Just making sure.
I needed a diamond.
Daniel telling a little white lie to protect that table image.
Well, here's the honest truth. Eugene Ketchaloff continues to run hot. He has profits of nearly $40,000. Prahlad and Daniel also with solid first nights.
Phil Hellmuth stuck a little. Donnie Stern still hasn't recovered from that early hand, and Andre, the former road racer, seems to be sputtering in neutral at the starting line.
So that was a fun first night of this week's big game. Our loose cannon has yet to mine much gold, but there's still hope, while the young guns and the old guard are still at a virtual standstill. How will it all shake out? Join us tomorrow night to find out. I'm Amanda Leatherman saying goodbye for now, and remember, if you've got the cash and the guts, there's always a seat open at the big game. See you next time.
If you want a chance to play on the big game and be a loose cannon, simply log on to PokerStars.net. There are free qualifying tournaments every day. For Joe Stapleton, I'm Chris Rose. See you tomorrow night.
How you doing, Andre?
I'm not doing too good yet, but I'm waiting.
You're hanging in
He
there.
blocked
You're
me a
patient.
pot.
He did.
Yeah, he did. She's like, yeah, he
He
did.
did. I saw it.
The preceding program was sponsored by PokerStars.net.